Hello there. My name is Schmex. The channel name is Robotic Lawyer. Uh, no one cares about that. This is probably the first video of mine that's proper, like a proper video with a start, middle, and end, and not just like a YouTube poop. And what I wanted to talk about today was Top Drive, specifically referring to the American Overdrive update, and my thoughts on it. Was it a good update? Well, with European Grand Tour rolling around the corner, I think it's worth to take a retrospective look into what we had for the past 4 months. Because American Overdrive had some strong points to it, at least in my opinion. I mean, it was far from the best, but I personally enjoyed it. The AO trials are the first thing I want to talk about. I'm getting the positive out of the way because they're very few and peppered in fine print. The strongest point of the update from my point of view was easily the American Overdrive trials. It's a collection of 20 challenges testing your overall garage for the update, the update for the American Overdrive. The idea was executed in the World Expo update as in similar fashion a while back. It was like 15.0. We're already in 22.0, which like it was August of 2022 that it came out. Holy, almost 2 years. It was executed in that way back in a similar fashion there in the World Expo update. And Journey to the East was a collective daydream that it did not exist. Trust me. I love the World Expo campaign because it was well structured and reasonably challenging. And it introduced the World Expo passes, which sadly were killed off. A damn shame, really, considering they were nice and even the paid versions were, well, rewarding. In my opinion, they're probably some of the best deals we've had in the entire game. Even the premium one, which is like 30 bucks in my country, like $8 or something. I'm not sure, but it was somewhere around that ballpark. Really low price. Came with like 5 premiums, a CF, 5 premiums, like 30k in cash and a bunch of slots. To me, that's a very good offer, honestly. But instead of the Expo passes in the World Expo campaign, here we've got a prize ladder. And no paid offers to go alongside, which I believe would be a good idea to implement in future updates. It's a pay-to-win game anyway, so adding an offer with good value that allows players a head start at the update, something like a starter pack would be cool. The challenges in EOT are well structured, testing many sections of the player's garage, and the prize ladder contains great worthwhile rewards. Even though I'm still missing 2 proper ultra rares just to get the final prize, but that's not relevant here. It was all well executed for once, and I sincerely hope EGT, European Grand Tour, has something similar in store for us. I really like this part of the update, like adding an entire campaign focused around the update. It's a really good way to engage the players, and that honestly is a solid plus in my opinion. The prize cards. I believe the prize cards offered this update around through tri-series attack challenges were nice too. The Audi R18, the Zenvo Aurora Agile, the Capo Camaro, the Bugatti Divo, among others. Okay, the Divo wasn't that good, but I got it. It was my first Tri-Series prize car, Legendary, so it's whatever. I am biased towards it. Legendaries aren't the only ones that get the spotlight in my opinion. The 159 Alfetta, this thing, best quarter-mile ultra in the game, I genuinely like it, and it's part of the meta, so it's really good in my opinion. The Challenger Jailbreak, which is not the best, it even had a little bit of drama because it was a little bit worse in the beginning, but again, whatever, I didn't get it, so it's not like I'm gonna care. But it's already part of the PCH Dodge Tracksters, the epic ones, and yeah, that immediately makes it good in my books. The Rallier ACXR, which is the best super rare twisty off-roader in the game, like by a wide margin. I would mention more, but I don't want to just make this video to be just me listing off prize cars. The daily objectives. I won't call them racing objectives because it's a feature that hasn't got much detail so far, and the only wing of it available is the daily objectives, but it's a very good implementation nonetheless in my opinion. It's a really good way of making the players engage more with the game. You get good rewards out of it. The rewards are good. The challenges aren't really that difficult, if a little mind-numbing, because they're the same things, and that's one of my complaints about it. It's like, every single day we get the same exact challenges. And take these complaints with a grain of salt. This might be outdated within like the next week, because the next update is right around the corner. So they might add some more stuff, more variety to the challenges, and this is going to make this entire part of the video a moot point. As of me writing this script and recording this video, there's not really much variety that comes with the daily objectives. Fuse 5 times into rares or higher, upgrade them 30 times, win 25 event races, or play 15 of them, which is, to me, sounds like it was a little swapped around. To me, it should be 25 plays and 15 wins. But to make up for it, at least the 25 wins one, as it currently stays, giving the players a slot is one of the highest rewarding objectives for the main rewards, which as it stands, it's 7k in cash, a racing pack, which has a high chance of a rare, but it also has a chance for a legendary, and a racing coin, which after a week you can get every time ceramic, and as of right now you can hoard up the shit, which is really good, saving for new updates. Like the next one that's coming around, I'm sure people have like 60 of them already saved up, which is good because they're going to be able to spam them over and over and over again, already get a pretty good head start with the next update. So yeah, it's a really good way to save for the next update without having to worry about cash for the packs themselves, and use the cash for upgrading the cars that you get with the free tokens, which is a really good strategy. And it's a nice feature. I believe this is probably one even better than the AO trials, because the AO trials were just reusing existing mechanics. This was an entirely new one that wasn't fucked up from day one, which is a massive surprise when it comes to Hutch. Now for my gripes with the updates, and there are quite a few. Starting with the car selection. With every tag update that comes around, you expect there to be some meta-changing cars. If you learn the Savannah way, the only tagged update with no legendaries had some meta-making cars like the Effigy, the GTS RW1, the 4.6, and others. This is something I felt was absent from AO. Like there was the Cadillac Aero, there was the Escalade IQ, there was also the CTS, that is the epic rear-wheel drive standard one, the Buick Valet 5 in the rare category, like that are meta-making, but not much beyond these. The rest of the cars feel meh at best, at least to me. But it wasn't really that big an issue considering the AOT existed, the trials, and it made the subpar, in my opinion, selection worth keeping around, because, you know, it tested like standard tire cars, rear-wheel drive cars, 5-seaters, SUVs, and so on. It tested basically every wing of your garage. That made it really worth it, because the prices are really worth it. This is like a personal gripe. Like, I think that it's just an issue that I had. Maybe other players like the selection. Blossom, probably, like, I'm gonna mention him by name, he's probably gonna target me in future events, but whatever. He likes American cars, and that's fine and good. Honestly, if we have different opinions, I'm not gonna care. But like, yeah. It is, to me, it felt like a pretty meh update. I mean, aside from the era, which is the only one that I'm missing out of these, and I just would really like to get it. The collection tags. Heavy Metal, Coast to Coast, Desperados, and Gaz's collection. What do all of these have in common? They are mid. Heavy Metal especially, because the selection was god-awfully bad, with basically nothing worth keeping. But the other ones don't really save themselves. The prizes, even though I highlighted some of them earlier, weren't really investing into a slew of fused material to get, and that is especially the case with Heavy Metal. And I hope I'm right when I say this, and many other players, weren't really pumped to invest thousands of cash, tons of fuse, and plenty of hours of our time just to max a bunch of subpar Bentleys. Like, that, I just really hated the tags when it came this time around. The events were fine, the car collection is passably decent despite the lack of meta, but again, that is more subjective, it's my opinion. And there are certainly things to complain about, but most of it's a product of compounded bad management and not really a fault from the update itself. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below with your opinions about what I said, or whatever you want, really. And criticism, which is always welcome, good or bad. Next time around, I will take a look at the cars released in European Grand Tour and give my opinions regarding them, so don't expect anything new released for the next week. I want to take a look at those. This seems really interesting. Goodbye. See you next time.